got big expectations on you this year, big expectations on this team this year. It's now another year for you. How do you handle those expectations?
Fulfill them. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to going out there and playing. I think a lot should happen this year, but I'm not really like stuck on like I want to get this many rushing yards and this many touchdowns. I mean, you have kind of an area where you want to get to, but it's like I don't know. You don't really try not to listen to everything that's happening outside and what they expect from you and things like that, and just kind of you have your own expectations. You talk to your coach, see what they feel for you, and then you just kind of go from there and start playing.
You feel different heading into this year than the past few years?
It's just another year under my belt. Another year I feel more comfortable in the system. I feel stronger coming to the season. Still been trying to work on my speed in the off season, so just trying to get everything right. But I'm excited. I'm really excited for this season. I think the team has kind of a different vibe to ourselves, where we're just ready. You know what I mean? We're just ready to work, ready to get going.
That's different from last year.
I feel like everyone's just more hungry. So that's different from last year. I feel like everyone wants it this year. Everyone wants to win, wants to play well, and things like that.
Is that because of last year?
That's part of it. We didn't have the kind of year that we wanted to. Took a couple of losses, especially that we didn't want to. So, and we just didn't make it as far as we could have. So that's a big reason. Just kind of left a bitter taste in our mouths.
Got you and Thomas. A lot of people consider you guys one of the best 1-2 combinations in the country. Do you see yourselves as that? Do you guys have that kind of confidence as a group?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we're second to none, really, and that's not saying in a cocky way. I'm just confident with our play, and I feel like you guys are going to see that. We just put in a lot of work, you know what I mean? So, and especially we heard that before, that you guys might have one of the best backfields in the country, and that's cool. It's a cool thing to hear. So, I feel like to play like that and maintain that status would be something nice. And then with the help of Marcus too back there, it's just like it's a powerful backfield.
You guys get along, you and Thomas?
Yeah, we get along.
He seems like a reserved guy. How do you get him to open up?
It took a while. But he came around, and now we're cool. He's not as reserved as he may seem. You know what I mean? So it's not that bad. But now he came around, so he's a cool guy to be around. He's funny, talks a lot. So yeah.
I imagine it's different with you guys than with us.
Yeah, a little bit.
He doesn't love talking about the Michigan State is this huge game on your guys' schedule, and it'll be here in Austin. Do you look forward to having a game like that? Which, since you've been here, I guess you guys haven't played. The LSU game is kind of the last big non-conference game in the preseason.
Yeah, it's cool. It's something cool to look forward to, Everyone has a lot of big expectations for the game, a lot of hype to it. So, right now we're trying to get through camp and get through the first game first before we look at Michigan State. But as far as actually having them come here, I'm excited. I think it's a big game. I think it's a good test for us. It's going to show what we have.
Fall camp and even in the summer, do you have to balance focusing on that game a little bit more than maybe you would for a second game of the year because it's so big, and you have South Dakota week 1, but then the Michigan State game is
it don't matter. Like you can only really get 1 week of preparation for a team. We're gonna have our 3.5 weeks of camp, 4 weeks or whatever, and then you're gonna go and you're gonna spend 1 week on South Dakota, and you're gonna spend 1 week on Michigan State, and you're gonna spend 1 week on Wyoming, and so on and so forth. So it's not like, if you pay attention to more Michigan State this week, then it'll help, because it won't, because we'll lose sight of South Dakota, and they might be a sleeper. You know what I mean? Like when Appalachian State beat Michigan. So you don't want nothing like that to happen. It's like, it's college, you know what I mean? Every team has someone good or some people good, so you can't just overlook them just because you got a big game next week. As much time as we're going to spend on South Dakota is as much time we're going to spend on Stanford and Michigan State, so it's really no different.
Michigan State's defense, you kind of mentioned Stanford with them. They seem to be similar to a team like that. And Stanford, you guys have had trouble with. Is there a sense heading into this year that you want to be able to beat a team like that to show you guys can do it?
Yeah, we're gonna have to, right?
Yeah.
but no, I think we're all just looking forward to the challenge. You start hearing people talk like, "Oh, Oregon's too small. Oregon's only with speed. Oregon's this. Oregon's that." Like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of goes in one ear and out the other. But you know, you remember people saying like that. So it's not. We may have had a problem with them in the past, but that was last year. We can't do anything about that. All we can do is just move forward. You know, just go and work harder and get better.
Young guys, running back spot, and you're still kind of a young guy. Thomas is still kind of a young guy, but you're now the leader. Royce Freeman, I imagine you got to see him in the summer.
Yeah.
What do you see from Royce? He has a lot of hype. Can he contribute this year?
I think so. I think we were always kind of used to playing 3 backs. We'll have 2 feature backs and one that kind of gets supplemental time here and there. Or because I didn't get bad time as a freshman. Thomas obviously got good time, really good time as a freshman. So if he's ready to play, Coach Cameron gonna let him play. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how many guys are in front of him, really. But he looked good during the summer. He's big. He has good speed. So I'm excited to see what he has.